Hey guys, this is our article of the week that I'm going to talk to you briefly about. Now that we're getting back into in person learning and we're done our novel, we're going to be doing articles of the week. Typically, what I'll do is I'll post the article of the week on a Monday, and you have until Friday to have it done. This week, however, because it's kind of a goofy week, I am going to post it on Wednesday. So you have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it'll be due on Friday. So we just have 3 assignments for the week. This week we have our regular daily ELA review, which is typical of what we normally do, guys. So remember, don't skip any of these. If there's anything that you need help on, we're going to go over these in class for those of you that are in person. If you're not in person, feel free to send me questions about any of the ones that you're having trouble with. Normally, I'll be available on Wednesdays for the remote students. However, this Wednesday I will be at a conference, so I will be unavailable. But I'm always available through email if you want to send me an email. So that's the first thing that's due on Friday. Then on Tuesday, we have a grammar assignment. Very basic grammar assignment. Obviously, you want to open this with Kami. And we're talking about how nouns can function as subjects of a sentence. So nouns and pronouns can function as the subject of a sentence. To decide if a word is the subject, you ask who or what did what. Okay, so if it answers the who or the what, then you know that that's the simple subject. So the example, who runs 5 miles a day? Well, it's Mary. Mary runs 5 miles a day. So you would underline Mary as the simple subject. Okay. Another example, the tall blonde runner is going to the Olympics. Who is going to the Olympics? Well, the runner is the simple subject. The tall blonde is part of the complete subject, but we're not dealing with that right now. A competition is always held in the spring. What is always held in the spring? Competition. So these are the subjects. So you're going to go ahead and open it with Kami, which I'll do just as an example. And you're going to go up to markup, and you could either go to underline there, or if you're comfortable just using the drawing feature, you can do that as well. All right. Second page. Nouns as simple subjects and noun phrases as complete subjects. So this is where we talk about the difference between the simple subject and the complete subject. So the 2 examples from the first page are up here. So nouns and pronouns can function as the subject of the sentence. To decide if a word is the subject, ask who or what, and then followed by the verb. A noun without its modifiers is called a simple subject. So without modifiers meaning like adjectives and those sorts of things. A noun with its modifiers is called a noun phrase and becomes a complete subject. Noun phrases include adjectives, adverbs that intensify the adjectives, and prepositional phrases. They extend and complete the noun's meaning in various ways. So this one just asks who runs 5 miles a day? Well, it's Mary, so that is the simple subject. This one, girl, is the simple subject, but all the modifiers with this little phrase in here as well. Who is going to the Olympics? Well, the tall girl in the blue shorts is going to the Olympics. So you need to circle the complete subject in these ones. So you ask yourself who or what. So the moonless brisk night was perfect for Halloween. What was perfect for Halloween? The moonless brisk night. So you're going to circle that entire phrase. Okay. So you're going to underline the simple subject. So the simple subject here would just be night. Okay. The night was perfect for Halloween. And the complete, if you're good with your mouse, you can kind of circle it like that. So your answer would look sort of like that. Okay. If you want to use the shapes up here, or the shapes right here, you can use the shapes as well to kind of do it this way. That would look more like that, and then you would underline night the other way. So whatever you're comfortable with works for me as long as it is circled. Okay, so that is, this is going to be due on Wednesday, so this is posting on Tuesday. And let's go back to what I wanted to talk about was the article of the week. So those of you that had me for 6th grade, we did articles of the week every Friday, and they were a little more, I gave you a little bit more information because you were 6th grade and 7th graders, and I kind of asked you questions that kind of proved to me that you read the article. Well, now that you're 8th graders, the articles that I'm posting are a little more in depth, and they require me to understand what you understand. So you have to express your understanding of these articles in a couple of different ways. So the first way is that you need to do something called mark your confusion. Marking your confusion, guys, can be done in a bunch of different ways. It could be underlining words you don't know. It could be highlighting things that you agree with. The other thing is that you need to have some purposeful comments. So for each page of an article, the article that you guys are going to read is 3 pages. So for each of those pages, I should see at least 1 or 2 purposeful comments, questions, or things like that, showing me that you're thinking about the article. Maybe you want to talk about something you don't understand. Maybe you're asking for clarification, or maybe it's something that you know a little bit about. Okay, and we're going to be using Kami for that as well. When you're all done reading the article and annotating it, because annotations are the marks that you make on the page to show your understanding. So you're going to go ahead and open up the article. Again, you want to open it with Kami. And so it says mark your confusion. So like I said, you can use highlighting, you can use underlining, you can use shapes, you can use whatever you need to when you get to a section that you want to make a comment on. So in-person students, when you're in person, we're going to be actually reading this article together. You guys that are remote, it'll be a little bit more difficult for you, but you're going to have to kind of slog your way through this. So it's written at a level that you should be able to read. It's written at an 8th grade level. I suggest that you don't have to worry about numbering paragraphs or anything like that. But what you should do is read a section, ask yourself, do you understand everything that's there? Now, if you have a question, if you want to make a comment about something in here. Now, this article is about something that is hitting us right now. It's from December. It's about when people can get the vaccine for the coronavirus. So, you want to add at least 1 or 2 things on this page to show me that you understand it. So what I would do is I would use a text box. Let's say you had a comment about something down here. Okay, so let's just pretend I'm not reading the article right now, but let's just pretend that you have a comment about this, and you want to add that comment to your page. Well, you can see that we're kind of limited for space, so you might want to do something like this. Put maybe an arrow down here and then add a text box. And then you can go ahead and type your question or type what the comment that you had about that particular paragraph. Okay, so that's one way to show that you're thinking about what you're reading. Now, I would expect at least 1 or 2 comments, questions, considerations for each of the pages. Okay, so let me erase this. So there are 3 pages in this article. You can notice that this article is kind of laid out in a chronological format going by months. But I suggest that you read it very carefully. When you're done, you need to write a 1 or more page response to this article. So here's the idea. Once you have annotated the article, meaning you've written some questions, you've written some opinions, you've written some things that you agree or disagree with on the page, you can use that information to help you write your 1-page response. Now, if you're having trouble with that, I always put some possible response questions at the bottom. So things like, what are your thoughts about the rollout of COVID-19 vaccinations? Explain. Has to be at least 1 page long. Okay? Pick a word, line, or passage from the article and respond to it. Discuss a move made by the writer in this piece that you think is good or interesting. So what is it about the article that you think the writer did a good job on? And explain it. Okay, so there's not really any specific question you have to answer. It's kind of a question that you come up with and you provide your own response to. All right, so when you're done annotating this, you're going to turn in that, and you're also going to go to your 1-page response right here. And I've already indented it for you, so basically all you're going to do is you're going to go over top of this and start typing here. This article was about the COVID vaccines that are now available, etc. So you're going to talk about what you want to talk about in the article, and it's going to automatically skip lines for you. So you'll notice, I'll just do a little test here to show you. I have it double spaced. So you have to fill up the whole page, at least, with your response to the article. All right, so let me put this back here. There we go. So the page is already set up for you. All right, this is due on Friday, along with your daily ELA. So good luck. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know.